Hey everybody, welcome to Pick Up the Truth. Now, today I'm doing a video about an alternative food source that we can rely on if we find that we run out of the food that the system generously provides us with only a small payment of our freedom that they control us with. Yeah, things are getting rough out here. You never know if we're gonna have enough food to go around later on with this psyop they have everyone believing in with the virus. We could run out of food, water, and a lot of other different things that we need, so we have to have alternative methods. And what better alternative as a food source is to look at the earth that was created for us. Now, the first plant that we look at is called the fireweed. Now, the entire plant is supposed to be edible, but the fireweed has different names depending on the region it's growing in. In the northern hemisphere over here in the States, we call it fireweed. In the upper northern hemisphere, right above us in Canada, they call it the great willow herb. And let's see. Number 2, we have the dandelion. And they say the dandelion, you can eat the flowers, the leaves, and even the roots. The entire thing is edible. Let's see. Number 3, we have chickweed. Now it says it can be used as a cooling herbal remedy and a safe, nutritious edible. So it's both medical and edible. It says chickweeds can be identified by fine hairs located on only one side of its stem. So you can use it as a prime salad ingredient, say with other natural things. Number 4, we have curly dock. Says it's a safe selection for a snack if you're in a tight spot and you don't have anything else to eat. Says although the leaves on this plant can be described as appetizing and a prime source of both vitamin A and B, says it's best to be consumed moderately, not too much, as it can cause urinary tract irritations. Now, I don't know why they have a picture of asparagus from a grocery store, but the wild asparagus that grows out in nature has thinner stalk. And if you see wild asparagus out in nature, you can harvest it when they're usually around 6 to 8 inches long. It's a good source of vitamin C. Now, number 6 is chicory. It's a member of the Dandelion family. It's supposed to be a bushy plant. It says the leaves can be eaten raw along with the flowers, but the roots aren't edible unless you boil them. Now, number 7, we have wood sorrel. It's a medium-sized plant. It says it's a thirst quencher. It must have some kind of liquid inside. It says it's an exhilarating snack, a perfect find for a food-deprived person. It's yellow in color. The leaves are a great source of vitamin C. The leaves, flowers, and other parts have a flavor that's slightly sour, which may be compared to lemons. So, if you like sour candy, you might like that. Number 8 is bull thistle. I would be looking at that saying, how in the world am I going to eat that? This plant looks like one should be skeptical to touch it, just like I said. But the bull thistle's roots, as well as its young leaves, are edible. Prickles must be removed from the leaves before you consume it. I should hope so. Number 9, we have alfalfa. It says it's from the pea family. Alfalfa is supposed to be nutritious and used for a variety of benefits, including treatment for the alcohol they created for you and the many drugs that they've created for you. So it has deep roots and can grow quite tall, making it very resilient. It says the leaves and the young shoots are the only parts that you can eat raw. Number 10, we have broadleaf plantain. Let's see. Plantain is rich in vitamin A, C, and K. Leaves are green and oval shaped. Says the entire plant is edible, but recommends that the leaves can be eaten raw while they are young and tender. Don't let it age. Which, who knows how old it is. It's not like they're controlled in time with a birthday. Let's see. Number 11, creeping Charlie. That's what they call it anyway. Says it's covered with very fine hair and its main root is thick. Says the young leaves of this plant can be consumed raw. Excellent source of vitamin C. Forgetmenots. So pretty. And it's an herb. so you can use it when you're cooking. Let's see. They're more commonly around during the spring, of course. The flowers are the edible part of this plant. It says it's safe for a snack at any time. It's a pretty snack. Excuse me. Number 13, we have garlic mustard. That sounds good. All parts of this plant emit a strong odor. It's only visible from the month of May until June. It's got kidney-shaped leaves, and you find it in North America. I don't know, they just don't tell you how to eat it though. Interesting. Number 14 is wild black cherry. That does sound good. It's an edible plant. But it's wise to consume it in small proportions. Their seeds contain compounds that can be converted into cyanide, so yeah, I wouldn't eat too much of it. Number 15, we have harebell. This plant can be identified by its slender stems and its sagging blue flowers. The harebell contains vitamin C. Your best bet would be to eat the leaves of this plant. Now, number 16, we have elderberry. Now, we talked about this one in the video I did last night. It was for medicinal purposes of colds and flus. I guess you can eat it as well. It says it's edible. It just doesn't yield a favorable taste, it says. Okay, number 17. Field pennygrass. An annual plant with round, flat, winged pods with a deep notch. It's not very good for a food source, it says. Leaves can be eaten raw. Yeah, but unfortunately it has a bitter taste. Maybe not so good for a food source unless you're desperate. Coneflower. This is a member of the sunflower, so it's probably very good to consume. Let's see. It says the leaves are of a rough texture The leaves and the flower petals are edible. Okay. Alright. So we'll stop there for today, and we'll pick this up another day. You guys take care out there, and get outside and see if you can see some of these tasty treats. Give them a try. Alright guys, take care.